Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people of the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! All that hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats, where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York town. Give them a yell! Give them a hand! And let them know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and beat the Mets. Beat the Mets. Step right up and beat the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really something to ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. The east side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the NETS Mets of New York.
Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to 1974 Mets opening day. It's a 2-game set. I'm going to be playing a doubleheader now. I'm going to be using cards because they're 5 times faster than dice, so it's much easier for me to get through the games. And right about to start, it's going to be Tom Seaver versus Steve Carlton. We're using History Maker Baseball.
Think you'll forget 2020 anytime soon? Probably.
We got some trying to get some. There we go. Let me see this. This is a quiet crowd. I like the noisier crowd. Yeah, this is the crowd I like right here. And there you go. History Maker Baseball. Now, the way this game is played through qualities, you don't have numbers, but you have cards with qualities. It's fascinating. It's a great little game. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. It's a little bit different than your traditional, number game like this, right? A little bit different than that. It's just got qualities, and those qualities represent averages and percentages and metrics and cybermetrics and so on and so forth. All right, so I'm getting ready to start. The lineup for the Mets is going to be Garrett, Millan, and Staub. I know nothing about 1974 other than the Mets were 71-91. Terrible record. They were in the World Series the year before, but come 74 with the same exact team, they're 20 games below 500. Hey there, Amish. How are you, brother? This is a doubleheader night starting at midnight. 71-91 for 74, the Mets. And then the Phillies were 80-82. Mike Schmidt is batting 8th, by the way. You'll see that. Lineup for the Mets is Garrett at third, Millan at second. Batting third is Rusty Staub, Legrand Orange, Cleon Jones. He's the co-batter today. He's in left field. Batting fifth is John Milner, the hot batter. He's the first baseman. Jerry Grody batting sixth. Don Hahn batting seventh. The center fielder, Bud Howson, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Tom Terrific, the franchise, batting ninth. Let's get started. I intend to play this in pretty quick. So I got everything set up to play fairly fast. So let's take a look at the time. 4:07 on your mark, get set, go. All right. So it's going to be Steve Carlton versus Wayne Garrett. It's a 156 and a 156. Let me familiarize myself a little bit with the card. Carlton is very simple. They're both flash, but Seaver's got the control, and they're both semi-stars. Okay. 156. 156. Ask me if he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. And we're going to pull a card for that. See if we got a little. And we do. So he's a whiffer. He strikes out. One up, one down. Felix Millan, a 236. 230, double control. No. Pitcher batting. No. Ball 4. So Mian walks, trots down to first base. Next is Felix Mian. Next after Felix Mian is Rusty Staub. He's a left-handed batter. That's a 245, and 245 says hero. Is he a hero? No, he is not. Interesting card. Pop out to second base. And then that's going to take us to the player experience chart for Cleon Jones. We're pulling the card for Jones. Say 245. Let's let me see if I get the lighting. Just 345. Oh wait, no, we're looking at the player experience chart. 2-6. 2-6 asked me icon pitcher. Steve Carlton is an icon pitcher. Experience strikes him out. Strikes out batter. He's a veteran pitcher. And no runs, no hits. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit. I got some glare spots that are a little bit annoying. I'm going to try to remove those through some manipulation of lighting. So let's see what we can do here. This one, I think, is the one that's causing the issues. There we go. All right. Now we got some glare on this side, or we're going to try to remove. There we go. I think it's much better now. Okay. And that's going to be we're going to the bottom of the second. Now the lineup for the Phillies is going to be Cash, the second baseman, followed by Boa, the shortstop. Del Unser batting third, playing center field. Cleanup is Greg Luzinski, the bull. Batting fifth is Willie Montanez. The first baseman. Batting sixth is Mike Anderson, the right fielder. Batting seventh is Bob Boone, the catcher. Batting eighth, Mike Schmidt, batting eighth, third baseman. And Steve Carlton batting ninth. Tom Seaver on the mound. He had an ERA over 3 in 74. And here goes. It's a 5.66. And a 5.66. Asked me, is he wild? No. Is the batter a good eye? He is a good eye. Foul tip, still a bat. Oh. All right, 156. And 156 asked me if he's a whiffer. Dave Cash is not a whiffer, so it's going to be outfield drama. And we're going to slide this down just a little bit here because I got some outfield drama. All right, that's what I said it was, 156. Outfield drama. We're going to pull a card. So 1-1, and it asked me right fielder gold. Is the right fielder gold? And I never checked that really. Well, the left fielder is nothing. Garrett, no fielding, semi-iron, iron. Right fielder's iron, so he's not gold. So what did I say? 1-1. Right fielder gold. No. Otherwise, right fielder bobbles ball, making the play. Batter goes to second on an error. So it's a single and an error. And it's E9. Runner at second base, and this is going to take us to chemistry. Both teams are semi-harmony simply because it's the first game of the season. So Dave Cash, it's Larry Boa now, semi-harmony. Say 2-6. Ask me batting team harmony. We don't know, so we're going to pull a card. They are not harmony. So otherwise, it's a ground out to second base. And on a 2 is going to be a fielder's choice. Oh, no, there's a runner on second, so he's going to move over to third. 4-3. Runner on third now. For Del Unser, here's the pitch from Tom Terrific. That's a 2-3-6. And ask me if he's double control. No. Pitcher batting. No, it's ball 4. First and third. Unser walks. And it's the bull. Here's the pitch from Seaver. 123. Flash and fresh. Seaver is flash and fresh. That's a strikeout. Out number 2. And now it's Willie Montanez. 355. Struggler. No. Champion. He's not a champion. He's a hero, which is actually pretty good. Ground ball. Unless he's a whiffer, and he is not. Ground ball at second base. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, an error, and a walk. That was a pretty good inning. So this game plays pretty fast. Carlton pitches now to John Milner. Lefty on lefty, 336. Ace Carlton is not an ace. Sad sack, utility, or patient. Nope. So it's going to be line base hit. Center field for John Milner. Takes a big turn around first. It's going to take us to the player experience chart. A little tricky. These cards are brand new. I've never used them. I've had them for 2 or 3 years. I don't know why I got 74. I don't know. Who knows? Single. All right. Then we go player experience is a 4-4 for Jerry Grody. And it says umpire calls timeout to examine the ball, discards the ball, play resumes, ball 4. First and second. Don Hahn is next. Say 355. 355, struggler, gilded, no, champion. He's not a champion. Ground out second base unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. Let's see what the side of dice says. He is a whiffer. So that's a strikeout. Better a strikeout than a ground ball, which could be potentially double play. I think it would have been a fielder's choice. Buddy Harrelson. Here's a pitch from Stevie Carlton, 134. Gold catcher. That's a good question. No, not a gold catcher. I already checked for all the goals. So what I said was 134. Gold catcher. No, champion. Buddy Harrelson's not a champion. It's outfield drama. Outfield drama. That's looks like a 3-5. 3-5 it is. Left fielder gold. Right fielder's gold. Left fielder's not gold. So 3-5, left fielder gold. Otherwise, it's a looping fly ball that drops in the gap for a double. So with first and second, we're going to get a double. And it's a 3, right? A 3 says runners advance 2 bases on any hit, single or double. Stoic runner on first advances only to second on a single, third on a double. So at first base, let's see if Grody is stoic. Not sure that he is. He may be stoic. He is stoic, so he's going to stop at third base. So it's an RBI double for Buddy Harrelson. Scoring is Milner. Stopping at third is Grody. And this brings up the pitcher, Tommy Seaver. And the 3-6 or the 3-5 is going to take us into the team chemistry. So it's a 4-6. You know what? We're going to do something here. There we go. It's going to be a 4-6 team chemistry, and it's going to say pitching team dissonance. They are not dissonant. So otherwise, infield drama. Now we're going to go back to infield drama. And it's a 2-3. 2-3 says second baseman iron. Second baseman is semi-gold, so he's definitely not iron. Otherwise, it's a routine ground out. And is there a runner on first base? There is not. And I did not call the infield in. But the infield in should have been in. So I'm going to make the infield in. And let's see what that becomes. Infield in with second and third. And it was result was a 2. Runners hold. All right, 4-3, runners hold. And now it goes to Wayne Garrett. All right, 2 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch from Carlton. Say 234. Runners on base, play drama. See what happens there. A lot of these drama plays. 4-5. 4-5 says catcher gold. No, he's not gold. Otherwise, loses pitch in the dirt, pass ball. And it's going to take us to purple, which again is team chemistry. So that's going to score a run. A pass ball, and Harrelson moves to third base. And we go again to team chemistry, see what happens. That's a 3-5. Pitching team dissonance, no. Otherwise, ground ball to shortstop. That's going to end the inning. But the Mets pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. And a pass ball. and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the second. Mike Anderson against Tom Terrific. 1-1-2. 1-1-2 asks me, Flash, he is Flash. Is he a good eye? No, he is not. Strikeout. Second strikeout for the franchise, Tom Terrific. Bob Boone. 1-1-4. Fresh, ground ball, shortstop. Harrison up, fires the first in time. 2 out. When this game starts moving, it really starts moving. Okay. Sometimes it bogs down a little bit. 4, 5, 6. Patient. He is semi-patient. Let's pull a card. And he is patient. That's a walk. 2-out walk to Mike Schmidt. And it's pitcher, Carlton. 2-2-5. And it's 2-2-5 says star. He could be a star. He is a star, and it's a ground ball. Comebacker to Seaver over to first in time, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. We go to top of the third. All right, Felix Mian is leading us off in the top of the third. Mets are up 2-0. Mets only won 71 games. I'd like to 356. 356 says, are they the same? Felix Mian's a righty. They are not the same. Utility or Satsack? He's neither. It's going to be a line drive base hit down the right field line. It's going to be cut off quickly by the right fielder Anderson. And Mian took a big turn, but decided not to try for 2. Rusty Staub. Again, 355. Struggler or gilded? No. Champion. He is not championed. And it's a ground ball unless he's a whiffer. It's a ground ball second base. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. 4-6 fielder's choice. Rusty Staub is on. Okay, 1 out, 1 on. And here is Cleon Jones, 125. And it says struggler, no. Patient. No, so it's a ground ball third base unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. And no, so it's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. It's going to go Schmidt, 5-4-3 double play. And it's going to go from Schmidt to Cash and the relay to first to Montanez in time, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Al Red Sox fan. Hello, my brother. 1974 Mets opening day versus the Phillies. Tom Seaver versus Steve Carlton. 2-0 Mets. Using fast action cards. History Maker Baseball. 224. 224 to Dave Cash. Says pitching at home. No. Slugger. Is Cash a slugger? He is not a slugger. So it's going to be line drive base hit. Active steals. He's not active. So this is not numbers, but this is words. They're called qualities, right? All right, pitch to Boa. 233. Ace or star? He's semi-star, so let's see what happens. He is not a star. Slugger. I don't think Boa's a slugger. And finally, he's a fly ball center field over his Hahn. Under it. 1 down. Del Unser's next. 225. Star, again, I think it's the same exact number. There's nothing there. 225. Slugger, Satsack. He's a semi-slugger. Got to pull another one. He is a slugger. It says popped up, unless he's a whiffer. He's not. Popped up. Right field. Right fielder Staub is there. 2 out. And 126. Fresh, he sure is. Line and caught by the second baseman Mian, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2-0 Mets, top of the fourth. This is where we quickly do a shuffle. We do the shuffle. I don't know if you guys do the shuffle, but I do the shuffle. I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody is following the guidelines of the medical professionals, the scientists, as opposed to what we have going on politically in this country. I hope everybody's safe and staying quarantined, self-quarantined. I'm thinking of at least another month to get a reading on what's going on. Some of the local businesses opened up. I think it's too soon, so I'm going to wait it out, let them be the guinea pigs, and in a month or so, I'll gauge what's going on, and then I'll make a move from that point on. Of course, always using a mask. I'm still going to maintain social distancing and so on and so forth, but I think everything's happening just a little bit too fast, and I'm concerned about that. But my kids are pretty smart, so they're being very safe. All right, let's see if we can get this standing up. We put these away, and we're ready to go to inning the top of the fourth. I'm going to take a quick sip of some lemonade I have here on the side. It was good. We're playing History Maker Baseball, and it's going to be John Milner leading us off. Lefty on lefty. 1-1-2. Flash. He is Flash. That's a strikeout. So Carlton blows one by. Milner. Grody now. 1-1-4. Fresh. Semi-fresh, because it's the fourth inning. And he is not fresh. So then the next one, sad sack or patient. Grody is neither. It's a single to right. Base hit for Grody. And we go to team chemistry. They're both semi-harmony. That's a 4-4. Pitching team dissonant, no. Otherwise, deep fly out center field. On the run is the center fielder Unser to the track and runs it down. Great play by Del Unser in center field. Catches up to that drive off the bat of Don Hahn. And that's 2 outs now. Again, 234. 234 runners on base, plate drama. And it's a 5-6. Catcher Gold, nope. It's a wild pitch. Over to second is Grody. Neither catcher is Gold. I don't know. I didn't really look at the Mets in terms of their fielding. I got to Mian and I got to Staub. I didn't get to the rest of them. Iron for Hahn, and that's going to be it. All right, Buddy Harrelson. Here's a pitch. It's a 2-3-4. That was a wild pitch. Okay, but that was a wild pitch. And we pulled another card. And it's 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama. Did I just pull another 2-3-4? One was 2-3-6. Oh, no, I pulled a 5-6. All right, 2-3-4. Here we go. Play drum again. 3-4 this time. It's a wild pitcher. Steve Carlton is not a wild pitcher. So otherwise it's a strike. And then we go to the referee page, the umpire mini chart with a runner on second. Runner on second. We're going to pull a card. 2-3. Lenient umpire at third base. It's Chris Pelakudis, and he is lenient. Runner rules safe at third on a close play. Other runners, umpire batter is out for, okay, what happened? There's a runner at second. All right, runner on second. And we pulled this is interesting. Okay, lenient umpire at third base. Runner rules safe at third on close play. I guess it's a stolen base. Doesn't say. Other umpires rule runner out at third. Batter out at first. Oh, okay. It's a ground ball. I guess it's some sort of ground ball. And we'll pull a card to figure out who it's to. It's a ground ball to second base. And batter out at first, and that's going to be the third out. Okay, 4-3, and that's it. No runs, 1 hit. But it could have been like he took, if there'd been, fewer than 2 outs, he could have taken a big turn around third, and then the first baseman threw to third, and that's what happened, that sort of thing. You got to use your imagination a little bit. This is not great for people with no imagination. I don't think. I don't know. But that wasn't the case because that was the third out. All right, so it's going to be Willie Montanez, Mike Anderson, and Mike Schmidt. Let's see if we get on a roll here and it starts moving a little bit faster. 1-1-4, fresh. Well, he could be fresh. Let's see what the side die says. No. So is he sad sack or patient? He's not sad sack or patient. It's going to be a single to right field for Greg Luzinski. Goes to the opposite field. And that's going to take us to chemistry. All right, for Willie Montanez, 2-4. 2-4 says batting team harmony. It could be. And they are harmonious. It's going to be batter connects with a bloop single. And on a 2, runners advance 2 bases on singles. Let's see. 2 active runners advance 1 on singles, 2 bases on doubles. Okay, so it's a little bloop. And Montan on a little bloop for Mike Anderson. First and second. And Bob Boone is next. First and second, nobody out. Okay. First and second, Bob Boone, nobody out. 3-4-6. 3-4-6 against Tom Terrific. Eager. He's semi-eager. And the side die says he is not eager. It's going to be ball 4. That's going to load the bases. And again, we go to team chemistry. A lot of team chemistry right now. 1-2, batting team dissonant. No. Otherwise, fence. So Bob Boone. No, now it's Mike Schmidt. Boone walked. Schmidt is up. And Schmidt cracks one deep to center field over the center fielder's head. I don't know what's going to happen here. He's a home run king. Holy smokes. And we're going to pull. We need 1. We need 1 die. It's a 2. And that ball is going to be a home run. Grand slam home run for Michael Schmidt. Holy smokes. It's going to be 4 RBIs. And it's 4-2 now. Phillies are up. Third base, and 4 RBIs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holy smokes. Mike Schmidt drives one deep to center field. Back goes Hahn, looks up, and adios. It's out of here. So the pitcher's up, 233. Acer Star, he's semi. Nope. So ask me if he's a slugger. I doubt that he's a slugger. And it's a fly out center field for the first out. So, yep. Top of the order now. So Mike Schmidt connects for a grand slam. 235, just like that. Wow, no. Eager. He's semi-eager. And he is eager. It's unless he's a whiffer, he's not a whiffer, so it's a little ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Dave Cash is on with a single. Larry Boa next. Here's the pitch to Boa, 1-1-3. Acer dynamic, no. Slugger. Boa is not a slugger. It's a single to center field, unless he's a sad sack. He is not. And runner advance 1 base on hits. So first and second. Now there's going to be some action in the bullpen for the Mets. Seaver gave up a single walk home run, then a fly out, now 2 more singles. Del Unser. Here goes. 246. Control pitcher. He's semi-control. And he is a control, so it's a comebacker to the pitcher. It's going to be a fielder's choice. And let's roll a six-sided die here. Let's pull a card. If it's a 1, he goes to third. Oh, it is a 1. Seaver goes to third. Gets the force at third base. So it's going to be fielder's choice, and it's going to be 1-5. And Greg Luzinski, 4-2. First and second, 2 outs. Luzinski up. Pitch from Seaver, 123, both flash and fresh. Well, he is. That's a strikeout. Big K. But the Phillies pick up 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, including a grand slam home run by Michael Schmidt. Turn on the fan a little bit. So Seaver's up in the top of the 5th. You know what? We're going to keep him in there at 1974. Let him bat. 156 says, is he a whiffer? And he is, so he strikes out. Wayne Garrett, 456. Patient. He's semi-patient. And he is patient. That's a base on ball. So Garrett walks. Tying run is at the plate. Felix Mian. Here's a pitch to Felix Mian. 156. So whiffer, he's not, and that's going to be outfield drama. We pull a 4-4, says center fielder iron. And the center fielder is not iron. So otherwise, it's a running grab of a dramatic flyout in the gap, drives it, and on the run is Unser and runs it down for out number 2. Took a double or a triple away from me on there. And now we go to team chemistry again. That's a 2-4. 2-4 says batting team harmony. Could be. They are. The batter connects for a bloop single. And that was a runner on first with a 2. Runner advance, 2 base, 1 on singles. Active runner score. Runner advance, 1 base on singles, 2 on doubles. So first and second. Should have been going with 2 outs. Let me look at something real quick. It was a 2. Runners advance, 2 bases on singles. Runners scored. Okay. Only advances 1 base. That was stopped with the hit. Now it's first and second, 2 outs, and Cleon Jones. Here's the pitch from Carlton. 266. Runner on first is thrown out. Okay, that's not going to happen. But I'll let them pick off Garrett at second base. So it's going to be the shortstop. Wait, who's up? Righty? Yeah, a righty. So it's going to be the second baseman who sneaks behind Garrett, and Garrett gets picked off, and he's going to hear it from the manager. And that's going to retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit. Willie Montanez is leading off the bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch from Seaver. 256. Struggler, no. Champion or patient, he's neither. Infield drama. Infield drama, 3-6. Third baseman Gold. No. Wayne Garrett's not Gold. So it's going to be a ground ball that Garrett bobbles. Now throw to first, and not in time. It's going to be an E6 that flashes on the board there. Willie Montanez is on. It's the second error for the Mets in this game. Seaver to Mike Anderson now. 4-5-6. Patient. He is not. It's going to be a fly ball center field. Over his Hahn. He corrals it for the first out. And it's going to be chemistry, 3-3. Pitching team dissonant? No, otherwise ground out. And it's a fielder's choice, 3-6. So Boone is on at first with 2 outs now. And it's Michael Schmidt. That's a 2-2-3. 2-2-3 says, is Seaver wild? No. Then there's a little eager. He is not eager. Slugger utility. He is not slugger, not a utility. It's a single to left. Runners advance 1 base on singles. First and second. And the pitcher, Steve Carlton. 124. Control. Seaver is semi-control. We'll see if he is control. It's a ground that is short. Harrison flips to Mian, and that retires aside. 1, 2, 3 outs. So it's going to be 1 hit. No runs on 1 hit. We go top of the 6th. Leading it off is Cleon Jones. He was left in the box holding the bat when Wayne Garrett got picked off. 133. And it says, is he a slugger? Cleon Jones is a semi-slugger. And it says he is a slugger, and that's a deep drive center field. Back goes Unser to the track to the wall. That's out of here. 4-3. Mets. Cleon Jones connects. Drives one deep over the center fielder's head. Over the fence. And it's 4-3 now. John Milner. Here's a pitch, 2-5-6. Ask me if he's a struggler. No. Champion or no. Infield drama. So 1-3, infield drama. Third baseman, iron. No. Otherwise, it's a diving play by Schmidt. Up with it. Fires the first and in time. Web gem for Mike Schmidt. He's doing it all here. Got a grand slam and now a diving play at third. 233 to Jerry Grody. Ace or star? He's semi-star, and he is not a star, so it's going to be slugger. Oh, no, 233. Fly ball. Deep center field. Back goes Unser and tracks it down. Don Hahn. Here's a pitch, 2-2-5. Star? Could be. Nope. Slugger or sad sack? He's neither. So it's going to be a line drive, base hit, single center field. So 2-out single for Don Hahn. That's Buddy Harrelson. Here's the pitch to Buddy. 2-5-6. Struggler, no. Champion or patient. He is semi-patient. He is not patient. Infield drama. And we pull a 4-6. Shortstop gold. Boa is actually the opposite of gold. Otherwise, it's a little ground ball to Boa, and he bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. E6. Error on Boa. First and second, and now it's going to be Tom Seaver. This is where we're going to bring in a pinch hitter against Steve Carlton. And we're going to use, who are we going to use? Steve Carlton's a lefty, so we want to bring in a righty. And somebody we used was Theodore. We used Theodore. He was actually used in this game. So we're looking for him. Oh, got stuff falling on me. These cards are brand new. I've never used them, so they're kind of, if once I rub them up a little bit, I know this is not an X-rated show, but once I rub them up a little bit, they start being a little bit more easier to handle. So I got to kind of mess around with them and get some of those body oils, natural human oil. And that'll make these easier to handle. All right, George Theodore. Let's get him out. He's actually a high school counselor now. Well, he's retired now. I was in the 80s. After baseball, he became a high school counselor. So he's going to pinch hit. And here's a pitch to Theodore. 235. 235 says, is Carlton wild? He is not. Eager? Oh, he's not eager either. So it's to be a ground ball unless he is patient, and he's not patient. Ground ball, second base. Cash up with it over to first and in time, and that retires the side. But the Mets score 1 run on 2 hits. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Going to have a new pitcher for the Mets. And in the 4-3 game here in what inning is it? It's the 6th. Let's see what we can use him. We can use him. Tug McGraw is not going to be a closer type. I don't even think I have a relief pitcher. Acker. Harry Parker. I don't know if they had closers back then like that. Clearly outlined as a closer. I don't see one. Got a guy named Benny Ayala. I thought he was a modern player. Right? Okay, relief pitcher, relief pitcher, relief pitcher, relief pitcher, relief pitcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Bob Apodaca here. It's a little bit soon, but for that I took out Seaver a little bit sooner than I would have liked. But what are you going to do? Apodaca, Seaver went 5. Just didn't have it. So Apodaca is going to face top of the order, Cash, Boa, and Unser. Bottom of the 6th. 3-3-5. Wild, Starks, Flash, semi for all those. 3-3-5. No. And then it's the Eager. Is he eager? Oh, he's semi-eager. Let's see. See what happens here. He is the eager. So what was it again? Hold on a second. 3-3-5 says if he's eager, it says ground ball, second base. He is a righty. So we'll make it 6-3. 1 up, 1 down. Boa next, 2-5-5. Star. Apodaca could be a star, and he is a star. It's a strikeout, unless he's a good eye, and he is not. So Boa strikes out. 2 up, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-3 Phillies. Mike Schmidt has a grand slam. 355. Struggler or gilded? He's neither. Champion for Unser. He's not. It's a ground ball unless he's a whiffer, and he's not. Ground ball, second base. Mian over to Milner, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. And it's the top of the 7th. We're getting towards the end of the game, the last 9 outs for each team. So 4-3 ball game. Pretty good ball game so far. Seaver had 1 rough inning, that 4th inning. Otherwise, he did pretty well. He had a 3 ERA, so he wasn't as dominant as he's been in the previous years or in the years, the future years. So we have to. All right, we're almost ready to do this, and I think we are ready. All right. Here we go. It's going to be top of the order. Wayne Garrett, Steve Carlton. 4-4-6. 4-4-6. 4-4-6. Star. He could be a star. Who knows? And he is a star. That's ground at second base. Cash. Over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Felix Mian with a 6-6-6. Ace. No. Sad sack. Mian is not a sad sack. Deep drive glove. Gold has a chance of catching this. So Mian may get a hold of one here. He's not really a power hitter. And let's see what happens. We needed 1 number. It's a 3. It says left fielder goal. He leaps. Otherwise, it's a home run. And the left fielder's not a no. So left fielder gold. he leaps. So then I would have to check on the next line, but he's not gold, so it's a home run for Felix Millan, and the game is tied. Rusty Staub, 246. Control. He's no, he's not. So 246. Eager sad sack. He's neither. It's gonna be a base on balls. Some action in the bullpen for the Phils. Cleon Jones is next with a 3-3-4. 3-3-4 is ace or star. He's semi-star. Let's see if we get the decider die. We don't. It's be a sad sack. He is not a sad sack. It's going to be line base hit to left unless he's eager. He's semi-eager. And no, he's not. So it's a base hit to left. Runners advance 2 bases on any hit. So the third goes Le Grand Orange, and we got first and third with only 1 out against Steve Carlton. Here's a pitch. The infield's going to have to come in now. 3-3-4. Ace or star. Nope. Sad sack. No, there's not a sad sack. It's going to be a single to left. Single to left. Unless he's eager, and he's not eager. So that's going to be, the Mets are going to take the lead here thanks to John Milner, RBI single. And going to third is Cleon Jones. And that's going to be all for Steve Carlton. We got a couple of guys here. We can bring a guy named Scarce, Diorio, Wallace. Let's see who we got. Relief pitcher. Starting pitcher, outfielder, catcher, Tony Taylor, Tom Hutton, starting pitcher, Jim Lombard, Max Scarce. I guess that's how you pronounce that name. I wouldn't know. But that's who we're bringing in. Carlton went 6 1/3, 6.1. And Scarce is coming in. He is going to face Grody. It's a lefty. Who we got? We got a righty and we got a righty. Well, that's who we're bringing in. Let's see if I have anybody else. I don't know that I have anybody else here. Garber is another relief pitcher. Eddie Watts, a closer. Ed Farmer, another relief pitcher. Twitchell. We got a bunch of relief pitchers here. The only one I recognize their name being used is Scarce, so I'm going to pull him right now. I'm going to use him, hopefully for the rest of this game. All right. So it's Max Scarce against Jerry Grody and Don Hahn. With 1 out, infield is in. Here's a pitch. So 126, it says fresh, yes, line and caught by the second baseman. Cash is right there, hit right on the screws by Grody. But luckily for the Phils, it was right at the second baseman. And now it's Don Hahn. Here's the pitch, 2-2-4, 2-2-4. It says pitching at home. Yes, it's popped up. Scarce does a great job. Gets the Phils out of trouble. And the Mets score 2 runs. They take the lead. That's 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits, including a home run by Felix Millan. And I'm just curious to know how many home runs Felix Millan hit in 1974. I mean, he wasn't known as a home run hitter. Let me check him out real quick here. How many home runs did he hit? Felix Millan, 74. He was getting powerful. He hit 1 home run, and he happened to connect with it here in this game. That's pretty funny. All right. So the first game of the season, he hits his home run, his one home run for the season. I can do that one. Hold on a second. Let's see. I got something weird that came up. Some sort of survey stuff. I don't want none of this here. How do I get out of this? There it is. No. All right. I'm not going to worry about it now. Let's see where we're at. It's the bottom of the seventh. Bob Apodaca's in there against Greg Luzinski. Here's the pitch. 255. And let's get that a little bit louder. 255 says star. Is he a potential star? He is potentially a star, and he's not a star. 255 home run king. He is not. They fly out left field. Over is Cleon Jones. He makes the grab. 1 out, bottom of the seventh. 5-4 Mets. Been somewhat of a seesaw battle. 124 control. He is semi-control. Side of dice says he is not control. So 124 eager. He's semi-eager. Side of dice says he is not eager. It's going to be base on balls for Montanez. So he walks. Try to get it. See if I get a better pen than this. It's starting to kind of die out on me. So Mike Anderson with Montanez at first. Here's the pitch. 246. Control. He's semi-control. Oh, Jesus. And he is control. It's a comebacker to the pitcher. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Apodaca goes to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. 1-6 fielder's choice. And that puts Mike Anderson on at first. Bob Boone is next. Here's the pitch to Boone. 1-1-5. And it says he's fresh. Well, he's semi-fresh. Let's see what the side of die says. Says he is fresh. And that is grounded to the second baseman, Meon. Over to first. And that retires the side. No runs. No hits, a walk, and 1 man left on base. We go top of the 8th. It's going to be Buddy Howson, probably pinch hitter. And let's get going. All right, top of the 8th here. 5-4 Mets. 3-3-6. 3-3-6. Ace or dynamic. No, Satsack, utility, or patient. He's utility, so it's going to be strike 3. And it's Bruce Fromming rings him up. Got a pinch hitter here coming. I got a guy named Schneck. Schneck is a lefty. Theodore already batted. Cranepool. We got Boswell, another lefty. Cranepool's a lefty. We only got lefties. So we're going to let, I believe the catcher I'm not sure if we have we got Duffy Dyer. I'm wondering if Duffy Dyer's around as a righty. But you know what? We're going to let Cranepool bat, even though he never bats against lefties. That's like, no way they use Cranepool against lefties. Just no way. Let's see. You know what? Apodaca's gone 2 innings. And we're going to let Apodaca bat. We are. We're going to let Bob Apodaca bat. Not even bringing any players in right now. Just let him bat. Here's a pitch to Apodaca. 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. See below if we pull and Apodaca gets plunked. The pitcher gets plunked. I let him bat, and he sticks out the hip and walk hit by pitch for Apodaca. And it's going to be Garrett. with Apodaca at first. Here's a pitch from Scarce, 145. Struggler, no, and it's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Goes to second for one. Back to first. 3-6-3 double play, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. Bottom of the eighth, Bob Apodaca against Mike Schmidt. 333. That is utility or sad sack. He is neither, and that's going to be a deep drive. Holy smokes. And deep left field. Back goes Cleon Jones to the track, to the wall. That's gone. Out of here. Second home run of the day for Mike Schmidt. Fifth RBI. Now you got a pinch hitter. Let's see who we have here. These are all the pitchers we got. It's tied up. And you know what? I'm going to let the pitcher bat again. Simply because it's tied up. 246. Control. He is semi-control. He is control. So it's a comebacker. 1-3. One away. All right. Next is 256. Dave Cash leading it off. And it says struggler, no. Champion or patient. He is neither. And it's going to be a fly out to left. Oh, no. It's going to be an infield drama. That's a 1-4 infield drama. 1-4. It has to be first baseman Iron. He is not Iron. John Milner's not Iron. So it's makes the play on a ground out. Ground out 3 unassisted. Larry Boa. Oh. It's a 3-3-4 to Boa. And Ace or Star. He's semi-star. He is not a star. Sad sack. Boa is not a sad sack. It's going to be line base hit to left unless he's eager. He is eager. It's grounded second. Great play by Mian. Throws to first. And Mian robs him with a base hit. All right, Felix Mian leading it off. Felix Mian has 2 hits. He's 2 for 3. He's got a single and a home run. Just don't put Vaseline on your fingers. That won't help much. All right. Felix Mian, let's go. Mac Scarce. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. 123. Oh, flash and fresh. Oh, he's way past that freshness stuff. So that's going to be ground ball to short. Up with it is Bo over to first. Oh, just in time to get Mian hustling down the line. Rusty Staub, 256. Struggler, no. Champion or patient. He is neither. Infield drama. 2-2 on the infield says pitcher gold. He is not gold. Otherwise, it's a ball fumbled. Safe at first on an error. E1. It's the second error for the Phillies. And we go to the player experience. Cleon Jones, that's a 1-6 with player experience. Icon pitcher. He is prospect pitcher. Otherwise, batter connects a single to the outfield. And on a 1, that's going to be runner advances 1 base on hits. First and second. Now I'm going to take a quick peek at the oh, you know what? I can do that on my phone. I want to take a look at who else the Phillies had to let's see, the Phillies. Let's go back a game. Mets play the Cards after this. I have pitchers and pinch hitters with the here it is. So the Phillies, who else are they going to use? Let's see, for pitching. All right, let's go to the next game. We're looking up the Phillies players to kind of, okay, a guy named Culver. Do I have him written down? No, I don't have Culver written down. Culver is the guy that pitches for them. Lindsay is a pitcher. I saw him. I have his card. Don't have every card, so Wallace, Watt is also another guy whose card I have. Scarce again. All right, so there's guys I have available. I just want to have a few names that, because I'm going to need some pitchers, and I wanted to avoid all this, but sometimes you just can't do it. Lindsay, Scarce, Watt, those are the guys that are pitching the most, and I can let these guys go 2 or 3 innings. This is 1974, so we're going to bring in a guy named, let's see, we want to bring in a lefty if we can, but we got Lindsay. He's a righty. And who else did I say? Culver, Lindsay, and Watt. Eddie Watt. Culver, I don't have Culver. Oh, yeah, I do have George Culver, but he's also a righty. So I'm going to let Scarce go to one more batter because he's a lefty, just to get that lefty-righty advantage, and then I'll bring in one of these guys. So that problem is solved. So now I can start bringing in a few pitchers. John Milner's up. See what happens. First and second. 1 out. Here's a pitch. That was a single. All right. So we're going to go to, here goes, 126. And it says fresh. He's not fresh. Sad sack. Is Milner a sad sack? He is not. It's going to be a single past second base. Runners advance, 1 base on hits, 2 bases on doubles. Active runners score from second. So I didn't bring in a pinch hitter for Staub. So Staub is going to stop at third. Base is going to be loaded. Base is going to be loaded. And here Grody's up, and this is where we're going to bring in a pitcher. We'll bring in George Culver. So Scarce went 2 innings. And that's going to be Culver. Against Jerry Grody. Here's a pitch. He's an ace, by the way, in this first batter. 2-2-4. 2-2-4. Pitching at home. Yes, it's popped up. Shortstop. Boa calls for it. Out number 1. Don Hahn. Here's a pitch. 2-2-4 again. He popped up again. And it's a shortstop. And that retires the side. There's going to be no runs on 2 hits and an error. And we go to bottom of that looks like the bottom of the 9th. Is that what it looks like? Yeah, the numbers are super small. I'd like to get this font bigger. All right, and it's going to be Del Unser leading it off against the new pitcher for the Mets. And we're going to bring in Tug McGraw. You know what? I'm going to hold off on Tug McGraw. Who's batting? Del Unser's a lefty, a righty. Let's see who else I have that I can bring in. Let's see. Guys who pitch. Parker, McGraw, Swan, and Miller. Swan is there. Bob Miller. Oh, we got this Swan. I got Miller. I got a lefty. And then Luzinski is a righty. And then I got another lefty. So I'm going to bring in a lefty. I'm going to bring in who did I say I was going to bring in? McGraw. I'm going to leave McGraw in there. All right. Two lefties. So I'm going to bring in McGraw. He's facing Del Unser. Here's the pitch. 2-2-2. 2-2-2 says sad sack. He is not. It's going to be a ball that's driven. 3 stars, driven down the line, and that's going to go for at least a double, big turn, and going into second. The throw to second, not in time, so it's a leadoff double for Del Unser. Greg Luzinski is going to get an intentional walk. Bottom of the 9th, it's 4-4. So Luzinski's first and second. The Mets are hoping for a ground out for a double play. Willie Montanez, 233. 230, ace or star. He's neither. So slugger, and he is not. It would have been a home run. It's a fly ball center field for out number 1. Not doing much bunting in this first game of the season. Just getting used to the Mike Anderson. Here's the pitch from Tug McGraw to Mike Anderson, 2-2-5. Star, he is not. Slugger or sad sack, he is not. And a 2-2-5 is going to be a single to center field. And runners advance one base on singles. Del Unser, let's see what Del Unser is. If he's active, he may score and the game will be over. He is not active. So I believe he's going to 2-2-5 on the 2. Active runner is score. Runners advance one base on singles. Active runners score from second on any hit. Nope. So bases are loaded. With one out, infield's in for the Mets. Bob Boone. Here goes. 135. That's going to be an unusual play. It's a red 1 and a black 3. And we're going to pull. It's a 3-5. Second baseman iron. He's semi-iron. Let's see what happens. He is not iron. So no. So otherwise, it's a pop out. That's a big out for. Oh, that's a. Well, it doesn't matter who it's to. Big out for McGraw there with the bases loaded. Now the infield goes back to regular depth. We go back to the regular chart, standard chart. And it's going to be Mike Schmidt again. Mike Schmidt has 2 home runs. He's 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's got 2 home runs and a single and a walk. And that's who McGraw has to face right now. You know what? Why don't I just bring somebody else in? Not going to worry about it. Okay, here's a pitch. 123. And it says both flash and fresh. Well, he could be flash. I don't know that he is. He is not. That's not good. It's going to be a ground ball shortstop. Harrelson steps on the bag, and that retires the side. So fielder's choice for the third out. 6, unassisted. And we go to extra innings, free baseball, top of the 10th. So no runs and 2 hits. So we got, there was 2 there, and then he came back with 4. It was 4-3. Oh, wait a second. I think this game is over. Hold on a second. No. They scored 2, then they scored 1, then they scored, it was 5. I thought it was 4-4. He tied it up in the bottom of the 5-5. Okay, it's tied at 5. Let's write that in. 5-5. Top of the 10th. Bud Harrelson. .246. And that's 246 says control. Culver. George Culver is not control. So Igor Satsak, he is not, he's neither. 246 is a base on balls. So Harrelson walks. Now we're going to pull a card for a bunt because our pitcher's batting. McGraw is batting. He squares. It's a 1. And that says safe at first. Runners are, it's either a hit or an error. Roll decide or die. So let's say decide or die, it's a hit. And it is, so it's a base hit. First and second. And now we're going to have another bunt. Pull another card. It's a 2. Active runner safe at first. He is not. Let's see if he's active. Garrett is not active at all. Other runners are out. Runners advance. So 1-4. Sacrifice. Second and third. It's 5-5. Top of the 10th. Culver's in there against Felix Mian. Infield's in. You know what? We're going to walk Mian. Load the bases. Infield in with the bases loaded. Rusty Staub. I'd like to bring in a lefty, though, in this. Do I have a lefty? I used my only lefty that I know of. So I used my only lefty that I can see that I have. And I just checked that. Let me double check. Let me go into one more game or two. All right. I used Scarce, who's my lefty. Got to have another lefty in here somewhere. Oh, Christ. Mike Wallace. What is Wallace? Oh, I don't have him available. Next game. Pitching line again. I don't. Wallace and Scarce again. Maybe Wallace was traded. Maybe he didn't have a lot of opportunities to pitch. Watt. Let's go next game. And again, Carlton goes a complete game, one more game, and then that's it. I'm not going to worry about it. Whoever's in there pitches. And Culver, yep. No, I don't have any more. As far as I see, I don't have any more lefties. So George Culver, it's his game to win. It's his game to lose. Unless, you know what? I can bring in somebody else because they'll become. I'm going to bring in Watt, try to save the game for the Phils. Because at least he'll be an ace right now against his first batter. Here goes against Rusty Staub. 124. Control. Is Watt control? No, he's not. Eager. He's not eager. And that's a base on balls. That's going to force in a run. RBI for Staub. And in to score is Harrelson. Mets are up 6-5. Cleon Jones, infield is still in. Here's the pitch from Watt. 244. Ace. Not anymore. Champion. He is not champion. It's a ground ball unless he's a whiffer. He's semi-whiffer. Oh, and he strikes out. That's a second out. So Watt's doing a pretty decent job so far. I mean, he did walk in a run, but at least he got the second out. Let's see what happens. John Milner now. 136. 136. Ace. No. Whiffer or cold. He's semi-whiffer. Let's see if he is a whiffer. He is a whiffer. That's a strikeout. So after the walk is back-to-back strikeouts, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up one run on 2 walks and a hit. No, on 3 walks and a hit. 1 run on a hit, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. Last licks for the Phillies here. In the bottom of the 10th, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Let's see if who we have as pinch hitters. Tom Hutton is a pinch hitter. He'll be McGraw still in there. Yeah, McGraw actually got a hit, so he's still in there. So he's a lefty. We're going to bring in Tony Taylor, pinch hit. Here goes Tony Taylor. Let's write him in. All right, here goes. It's a 5-5-6, 5-5-6, ace. No. Sad sack. Taylor's not. That's a double. Pull down the line, left field corner. After it is Jones. Gets it in. Taylor's with a leadoff double. So the tying run is at second now. Cash is going to bunt. That's a 5, and that's going to take us to a little bunt back to the pitcher. And that's over to the second baseman. And over to third goes Taylor. He's on a third. Infield is in for the Mets. Next is Larry Boa. Here's a pitch. 3-4-6. 3-4-6. Eager. He is eager. It's a fly ball, center field. And stoic runner on third holds. Others score. I doubt that Taylor's stoic, but we'll check it out. Taylor is stoic. Holy smokes. What? Wait a second. That's not right. Wait. What? Okay. Decide or die. If who could have pinch run for him? Hutton. Let's say Hutton could pinch run. Yeah. Oh, he's semi-stoic. Bill Robinson's another guy. Oh, okay. Decide or die. Bill Robinson comes in and pinch runs and then scores. Decide or die. So Bill Robinson runs, because I don't know the team and I'm not. So pinch runner, and he will score for pinch run for Taylor, bottom of the 10th, and he scores with a fly ball, center field, sacrifice fly, RBI, and that's the shortstop. So it's 6-6. Del Unser 146. It's a flash, and he's semi-flash, and he is a flash. That's a strikeout, unless he's a good eye, and he's not. So that retires the side, but the Phillies tied up 1 run on 1 hit. The big hit being the pinch hit double to lead off the inning. And that was, yeah. If had I known, I mean, you can't need that run and not. I was not aware that. I don't know this team, so it wouldn't be fair if I was like, because if you have a manager, he's going to know his players. So anyway, all right. So Jerry Grody is going to lead off, and we had a pinch hitter, so we can get a new pitcher. All right, new pitcher is going to be who? Lindsay, Frank Lindsay. And that's it. I mean, I'm not bringing in anybody else for a while, unless I'm forced to. Jerry Grody, here goes. And that's 9. We're going to, in 12, next inning, we'll 2-2-2, we'll shuffle again. 2-2-2, sad sack. Grody's not a sad sack. Oh, he gets a hold of one. Drives one over the center fielder's head. Grody around first. Here's the throw to second. Not in time. Leadoff double, Jerry Grody. And Jerry Grody's stoic, so he's going to get a pinch runner as well. And let's see if we can pinch run. We can pinch run for Grody. Cranepool is stoic. Kenny Boswell is stoic. Schneck. I didn't use him. So Schneck is gonna pinch run. So Schneck. For Grody, top 11. And we're gonna bunt now. See what happens with that. It's gonna be Don Hahn bunting. He squares. Oh, wrong side, wrong pile. It's a 3, and that's gonna be a good bunt. Back to the pitcher. Over to second, and moving to third is, well, throw to first, but the second baseman covering, and moving to third is Schneck. So the go-ahead run now is at third base, and it's going to be Buddy Harrelson. And Fields in. And we're not going to squeeze. Not a big squeeze kind of guy. I don't even know where that is. All right, here goes. Here's a pitch. 2-5-5. 2-5-5 star. Lindsay is a semi-star. And he is a star. It's a strikeout unless he's a good eye, and he is not. Big strikeout. And now we're in the situation where we need a pinch hitter. So against a righty, we're going to bring in Steady Eddie Cranepool. No, you know what? We're going to bring Kenny Boswell. So Kenny Boswell, where do we write that? Running out of spots to make notes. Boswell, pinch hit for pitcher, top 11. All right, Kenny Boswell. Let's get him in here. All right, here's the pitch from Lindsay. 126 says fresh, and Lindsay just came in, right? Lindsay just came in, so he is fresh. That's line and caught by the second baseman, Cash. No runs, 1 hit. We go bottom of the 11th. New pitcher for the Mets. Who's it going to be? Craig Swan. He's going to face Luzinski, Montanez, and Mike Anderson. Bottom of the 11th. Holy smokes. 5-5-6. 5-5-6. Ace. No. Sad sack. No. It's line base hit down and into the left field corner. After it is Jones around first and into second base with a leadoff double is Greg Luzinski. Now he's semi-stoic, but I'm not bringing a pinch hitter for him. Pinch runner rather. 2-5-6 again. 2-5-6. Ace. No. Sad sack. No. Double. Ball game's over. Willie Montanez wins it. Walk-off double to score Luzinski. And the Phils take it with a run in the bottom of the 11th off of Craig Swan. Back-to-back doubles to lead off the bottom of the 11th. So kind of embarrassing for opening day Craig Swan's performance here. Got pounded. So, guys, holy smokes. I felt like that was never going to start dragging at the end with all these players that I don't know. And the first game of the season. And I didn't know who they have, who they don't have. I couldn't use the players that are listed because I didn't have all those. I like to use some, sometimes I use some generic. I can have generic cards and just throw them in there and just use whoever. But it's a pretty good game. It plays very well. So its final score is the Phillies 6, the Mets 5. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'll show you how I do this so we can do a recap. And this is a great way to do a recap. My family calls it adult coloring. And we're going to adult color, and we're going to figure out what happened and what didn't happen. Mike Schmidt had a heck of a day. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to do the hits in green, so you can easily pick those out. So far it's 4 hits for the Mets, 5 hits for the Mets, 6 hits for the Mets, a home run for Cleon Jones. And it's a home run for Felix Millan. That was unusual. He had 1 home run the whole season, hit 1 today. And I could just turn those into doubles. When guys like that, if they have no home runs or 1 home run, after the 1 home run, I would just turn it into doubles. But I wouldn't worry about it until, even if you hit another home run, it'd be all right. I just don't see a guy like that hitting very many home runs. Maybe for the whole season he may get a couple, but getting all the hits here in green, all the bases. Seaver started this game, didn't do very well. And then we're going to do the walks in yellow. So there's a walk there, and a walk here. We had a pass ball and a wild pitch. That was cool. I like that. Another walk right there. Do the walks in yellow. And then we're going to do the strikeouts in red. And Mike Schmidt had a big day with 2 home runs and a single, a walk. Mets had at the top of the 10th, they had 3 walks. Pitcher was, I think it was Apodaca, was hit by a pitch. And then later it was McGraw that got a hit. So that's going to be McGraw there with a single. So we're going to put that hit in there as well. Two hits in this inning. So this is kind of how you recap the game easily, and you can kind of track. It's easier to identify what happened. You make all the hits green. There was a double there, big pinch hit double by Taylor, who then later was replaced by a pinch runner. I had to backtrack in time a little bit to make that change because I didn't think it was fair for the Phillies for me to just like ignore them and not look and see if my runner was stoic. You don't want to, with a run that really counts and at the end of the game like that, you don't want to keep a stoic runner at third base when you really need that run. So I pulled a pinch runner. Once I saw it was a sacrifice fly, I said, oops, I should have checked that. I didn't want to really cheat, the Phillies. That wouldn't have been cool. Plus, the Phillies had a better record than the Mets. Hey, Benny Blades, how you doing, brother? Seems like the bullpen is kind of scarce. That's right. No pun intended. Aha, I found Canal Yogo es Vivo. What? I got a light flashing in my eye. Jogo al Vivo. Wow. That's a cool name. Oh, Brazil. Felipe from Brazil is here. Good to see you playing. I am an NPNG fan. Very cool. I have not seen you on my streams. So anyway, let's go back to the action here. So I'm kind of there's some hits that I missed. I missed some hits. I missed a home run here by Schmidt. Hit 2 home runs, including a grand slam off Tom Terrific. Tom Terrific did not have a great day. He, in '74, he does not have a dominant card at all. He had a 3.15 ERA, something to that effect. So he was not the Tom Terrific that we know and love. But Benny Blades has Tom Terrific. He and I went at it, trying to pick him up in the first round in our IP Inside Pitch League that we may have openings for in a couple of months. So I think it's like a 6-month league, right? Or 7-month league, something like that. So we may have some openings. So if you want to inquire if you want to join our Inside Pitch League, I think we're going to expand a little bit with 4 more teams. And we play using roles, and then we call each other. We use the phone. So we talk, and then we roll online, and we both see the roles, and then we use the cards, and we discuss the game, and so on and so forth. It's fun, safe. Now what I do next is I do all the ground balls. I'm doing these in the gray. I do them in brown or in gray. Those are all fly balls. Here's a ground ball there. Another ground ball. Another ground ball. The ones I don't do anything to are the errors. I haven't decided what to do to them yet. But these are all the ground balls. And it just it lets you recap the game a little bit and gives you an idea of what went on a little closer. And it also clarifies stuff that I may forget. So the rest is going to be in blue. All the flyouts are in blue. See that? Any out in the air, whether it's a pop-up, a line out, a fly ball, is going to be in blue. And that's going to be it. So there's not really a lot here. These are easy because they're all 3 together here. And that's it. Look at that. That's the whole game. There's another fly out down here. And in the top, we got a fly out there. I didn't do the grounders here. What is that? Oh, that's a fielder. It looks like a fielder's choice. Yep, fielder's choice. That's not blue. Here's a fly ball. Another fly ball. Another fly ball. So finishing up, the Mets lost this one opening day, 5-4. Mets had a terrible record. They were in the World Series the previous year, and they were 71-91 in 1974. I've had this. I don't know why I bought this set, to be honest with you, of History Maker Baseball 19, because I'm not really interested in 74 at all. And since I've had it, since I have it, I just said, you know what? I'm going to play it. I'm going to just do something. But I don't, in other words, it's the same players as the year before, except they have a terrible record. And I swore I would never play a team with a terrible record again. Not after I played the 79 Mets and lost 110 games. After that, it was like, forget it. You're not playing any more bad teams. I'll play them for a couple of games, but I'm not playing them for the whole season. That's for sure. No season replays. unless I let the computer do it. And I'll just play a couple of games here and there. Show up, play the good series, play 1 or 2 series, and let the computer do all the rest. And then that's it. And then move on to the next season. That way I get to play all the seasons I want multiple times. Two outs here. It's not even, you can barely read that. Fielder's choice. And that's it. 2 errors, 1 there, 1 for the pitcher, 1 for the shortstop, 1 error there. Where's the other error? Both teams had 2 errors, so there should be another error somewhere. And I don't see it. Is that it? Oh, that's right. Okay, it was a single and an error. So you had 2 errors for the Mets. Now let's count up the hits. So Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. And 14 hits. Phillies had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. Both teams had 14 hits. And the game went 11 innings. It was a leadoff double against Craig Swan in the bottom of the 11th by Greg Luzinski, the Bull. And then Willie Montanez came up and stroked one over the fielder's head for a double to win the ballgame. And Swan took the loss. Swan pitched to 2 batters, faced 2 batters, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Oh, no, 1 run. 2 hits, 1 run. McGraw pitched a couple innings. Apodaca pitched 3 innings. Not too bad. Apodaca gave up 1 run on 1 hit, a home run. He walked 1, struck out 1. And he faced 11 batters. McGraw faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 batters. And it was a strikeout. He had a strikeout, 1, 2 hits, 3 hits, a run. He walks 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And Swan gave an earned run here, lost the game. No walks, no strikeouts. Faced 2 batters. Who had the wild pitch? Somebody had a wild pitch. Oh, wild pitch was on Steve Carlton. I never wrote that in there. So, and Tom Seaver, how did Tom Seaver do? That's always fun to find out. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, gave up 8 hits, Tom Seaver did. Runs, 1, 2, 3, 4 runs, all earned. So Tom, terrific, 4 runs, 4 earned runs. Walked 3, struck out 1, 2, 3, 3. No hit by pitch. Nah. Batters faced. How many faced? Faced 27. 27 batters. And no wild pitches. And no decision for these guys. And that's it. So I did all the stat. Let me clean that up. I got a number 2 there that's real ugly. So this is CP Cards and Dice. And that's all for tonight. I showed you a little bit of how I do this at the end, and it's kind of fun because it gives you an opportunity to kind of relive the game and go through the different things that happened, and so it's kind of cool, instead of rushing through. I would like to play fast, but then analyze the game a little bit afterwards. Spend a little bit more time doing that, and I try to minimize the moves as much as I can. That's all my own kind of approach to it. I don't want to especially in the 70s, I'm not going to make a lot of moves, maybe 2 or 3 pitchers on each side. That's the most. But if I could limit that, if I could have let these 2 guys go the whole game, I would have done that. But they were already struggling. I mean, they were, you got to try to keep it realistic. Then I got to go over all these pitchers, which is not very much fun at this point. But then what I do is I just kind of do the little squiggly line to kind of fill these in, so you can focus in easily on like that. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying, hey guys, thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you found this interesting and entertaining. Oh, look at this. I got a place for pinch hitters. Oh, no, bench. All my bench players can go here. Oh, this is cool. I didn't even know that. And I wrote them in my notes box. I could have had all my pitchers here. McGraw. Oh, that's up here. I just noticed that. Apodaca. Who's that? Parker. Swan. Miller. I'm learning all these players on the 74 team. And then my bench was Theodore. Who else? Hahn. No. Schneck. Cranepool. I had to bring in a catcher here. Who was it? I guess Hodges. Hodges came in to catch. So Hodges would have been there as well. Boswell is in my bench. Boswell. So there you go. So I found that little spot. I didn't even know that existed. All right. CP Cards and Dice says have a great night and keep on rolling, having a good time. Game 2. I don't know that I'm playing Game 2 tonight. I'm a little beat. I may go and chill out and maybe watch a baseball game or watch The Office or find a movie. I watched Walking Tall the other day. What a great movie. About Buford Pusser. It's a true story. He's a sheriff down in Tennessee, and he kind of goes after the bad guys. And, man, he really pays the price. Anyway, CP Cards and Dice saying have a great time. Have a great night. Stay safe. See you soon.